Ẹ̀yin akọ́nà Bofrot. You did hear show Bofrot. Well, hello there. Welcome once more to Quanchua's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, I'd like to say a very warm akwaaba to you. Yes, today I'm sharing with you this delicious, perfect, also good Bofrot recipe. Well, Bofrot is what we call donuts in Ghana. So this is the Ghanaian kind of donut. And I am sharing the recipe with you in these hard times when it's so risky to go outside, and even if you went outside, it's so hard to get certain ingredients or certain food items to buy. This is a very simple recipe, and hopefully you have all these ingredients in your cabinet or in your pantry. So in my mixing bowl right now, I just poured in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And to this, I'm going to be adding some sugar. And this is just cane sugar. It doesn't look as white as the typical sugar because I had no sugar in my house, and in the store all I could find was powdered sugar, brown sugar, or organic sugar. So this is organic sugar in there. I've added my nutmeg, salt, and a packet of yeast. So 1 packet of yeast is about approximately 2 teaspoons and a quarter. And now I'm going to mix all these ingredients. So this is a very simple recipe. In my previous recipe that I shared with you like exactly a year ago, I added some milk in there. In this recipe, you don't need milk, and you know how milk is so difficult to find right now. It is being rationed. So you don't need the stress of having milk in here. All you need are these simple ingredients. And I'm adding in my warm water. You need warm water to activate the yeast. And I'm adding this gradually, trying to stir. We are going to make a dough, but not the typical, it's not going to be the typical dough, which is like bread or pizza dough. This is going to be a soft mixture, and that is what we are going to fry. It's more like a batter. So I'm gradually adding my water, and I want to add it gradually and make sure I get a beautiful, smooth, textured batter or dough to fry my Bofrot. You don't want any lumps in your Bofrot when you're done with it. So gradually you add the water, and in total I ended up adding 1.75 cups of warm water. So this is like a perfect texture for me now. And so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my vanilla extract. And that is pure vanilla extract, just to bring some flavor into your Bofrot. If you don't have that at home, it is okay. Some nutmeg in there is still going to give you good result. But all the better if you have vanilla at home. So now I'm just going to go ahead and beat this until you get a very smooth, like gum-like, you see how it's turning out. That's how you want it to be. Perfectly gorgeous, smooth textured dough. And I'm giving my arms a workout because, hey, I'm going to really enjoy this Bofrot. When we make Bofrot in this house, there's absolutely no slacking. Nobody slacks. My kids love it. I love it. My husband loves it. And everybody that I have made this for love it. So I hope you're able to try it, not just in these times, but hopefully you make it and it's so good that you love it enough that even when everything is over and it's so convenient for you to walk to the street and buy, you would rather make it at home. So my dough is perfectly formed now. I have made it to how I want it to be. And now I'm just going to cover it. You could cover with a film, aluminum foil, and then a damp kitchen towel. So that's a damp kitchen towel I've covered, and I set it in a warm place, which normally I just warm my oven to about 150 degrees, and then I let it sit there for about 45 minutes to an hour. And that's what I'm doing. And just about 35 minutes into my dough being in the oven, I have my pot on fire now, and I am adding in my oil. So it's been about 50 minutes. My dough is beautiful. It has risen. And look at that. It rises to give you this spongy, honeycomb kind of consistency, just like that, so squishy. And I just love to run my hands through it and just feel the bubbles just pop. It's therapeutic to me, like really. And so now you want to get all the bubbles out and get your dough almost back to baseline, like how it was before you made it rise. And now we are ready to fry. My oil is hot and we are ready to make some gorgeous deliciousness. So now all you do is scoop up some dough, and then you are going to be dropping it between your thumb and your index finger. It's almost like you have a fist, you've made a fist, and you're just dropping it through that hole. And whichever way you drop it, either this way or at your fingertips with a spoon, with an ice cream scoop, whichever way you do it is still going to come up beautiful, gorgeous balls, so long as your dough is made right. So the most important thing is your dough and not about how you drop this into the oil. Trust me. Yes, and this is simple, and your oil should be hot enough that when you drop them in here, it almost immediately rises to the top. You don't want it to sit too long in the bottom before it comes up, or probably never ever come up. You're going to have like sauces in there soaked with oil, and that is not what you want. You want these to be fluffy, you know, just very buoyant doughs, just swimming in the oil and frying to be gorgeous and amazingly delicious. Oops, did you see that? Yeah, be careful. Be careful, because in these times, the last thing you want is to end up in the hospital, with burns. No. So watch your skin, okay, please. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn down my heat as you saw me just do now. So it's going to be frying on very, very low to medium heat. You don't want it to be way too low either, because then it's going to start soaking up the oil. So you want to drop the temperature or your heat to about medium, and then almost constantly be stirring, turning, not stirring, turning your Boflot, so every part of it fries to be like a golden, beautiful color. Yeah, if you are watching this video, this is for you. Yeah, it's like my friend, and we were both pregnant around the time I was pregnant with my son. She was here visiting with her sister-in-law, and fully pregnant. But every time I made Bofrot, which is almost all the time when we gathered as friends, I would make Bofrot almost every Sunday afternoon. She would be like, Sister Sandra, would you make Jina ho na machi? Would you me to me bona machi? Would you my Janin call for medani dan me pedi chine me pese chine? Yes, chine is how we describe crunchy, crispy Bofrot, and that means it is very crunchy, crispy on the outside, but so pillowy, perfect on the inside, soft, so that when you take a bite of it, you hear it go, you hear it a crunch, but then inside is pillowy, soft, just perfect. And that is exactly what you have right there. Do you see that one on the side? You see all those little spots? It's like so crunchy, perfectly fried. Yeah, we didn't cowbed deeper. I mean, I'm saying cowbed, but that's right. Arizona for ya feel why, yeah. And look at that, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're done frying the first batch, and on a typical day when Ivana is going to school, this would have been all. Like, I would save the rest of the batter in the fridge, and that I got to know thanks to Gourmet Kim. And Gourmet Kim is our latest YouTuber. Ahofepa, beautiful cook. So please stop on her channel and say hi to her. And so Kim told me she tried my recipe. It was so good. And for Kim to tell me my recipe is good, like if you saw me put that post on Instagram, it was like I made it to heaven, because she's just one cook that I have always admired. She bakes like perfect. So she thinks this is perfect. And then she fried some, put the rest of the batter in the fridge, and fried the next day, and it came out just beautiful and perfect. So, we learn from each other, we share ideas. You cannot be an island. We always learn from each other. You may be the best, but somebody might be better than you. So yes, I learned something new that day, and it has been like a tremendous help to me, because Ivana, she loves her Bofrot. So I make the batter ahead, fry some, so the next day I get up super early again and fry it for her to go to school. And so once the batter is made, at least the next day I get a little bit extra sleep. All I need is about 15 minutes to just fry it for her, and we are good to go. So look, our second batch is doing amazingly as well. Remember, turn your heat on low and let it fry to perfection. Gorgeousness, gorgeousness. And in both batters, you see, I made that twin Bofrot. I don't know, somehow I just laugh that, when they stick together like that, twins. Maybe in my dream, I'm trying to have twins. I don't know. So look at this. Perfect, 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 perfect. Our Bofrot is fried to perfection, crunchy, golden, and the taste. Oh my God, this was so good. So soft on the inside and that crunch. I have my house cocoa made already thanks to my amazing Onyawa Nanaba. Yes, she gave me that house cocoa flour and some mix that she had already made. That video she made. Yeah, I'm the one who got to taste it with her, okay? And it was so good. So the table is set. Our cocoa is ready. The Bofrot is here. Yes, and when it's that good, when the kids are like, so impatient, want to have a piece of it, just look at this. Just look at that. Is that beautiful or not? Look at how gorgeous, soft, pillowy, but so crunchy and crispy on the outside. This is just perfection, perfection. I know you will love it. You will. Andy? Yes. Yes. And look at this. Just look at that. And hear that crunch. I really hope you try this. I know you will love it. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.